Today, we're going to design and 3D print a plant starter pot that my fiance can use every year. Hey there, I'm Tim Ung, an architect with a passion for designing and making products and architecture. Let's get started. To design this project, I used a software called Rhinoceros. The concept is to have a series of 1.5-inch cubes that stack 3 layers high and create a pyramid shape. To create the model, I used a series of polylines and offset them to get the thickness of the walls. After the pyramid was modeled, I decided to cut a small hole at the base of each cube on the top and middle layers to allow excess water to flow from the top of the planter to the bottom. Any excess water at the base will drain out of holes at the center of each cube. Then, I designed a simple drip tray that follows the same shape as the bottom layer with a simple 1/4-inch offset. Once the model was imported into PRUSA's slicing software, I decided to go with a speed setting that resulted in over 12 hours of printing for the planter and 3.5 hours for the base. I plugged the SD card into my PRUSA 3D printer and started the printing process. Most of the printing was similar to my previous project, but there was one aspect that I was very curious to see. It was the moment when the second layer was being printed because the floor plate of the cubes needed to bridge over a void. I was amazed to see how the PRUSA printer cooled the filament fast enough to construct it in midair. Once the print was complete, I removed the planter from the metal sheet and placed it on my table. I started printing the base and simultaneously worked on the planter. The first thing I wanted to do with the planter was test the water flow idea that I had, where excess water would trickle down from the top cube to the bottom layer, then out of the holes at the base. Now, it's time to add soil and seeds to the planter. I added potting mix to each cube and pressed it down to firm it up. Using my finger, I made a hole in the soil at the center of each cube. I added several seeds in each hole and covered them up with the soil. At this point, the drip tray was done printing. I placed the drip tray on my table and placed the planter on top of it. I watered each cube and watched as the excess water flowed from one cube to the ones below. Now, the starter pot and drip tray is complete. The only thing left to do is to transport it to a custom wood table that I laser cut and assembled, located in front of my window where it'll get natural light throughout the day. If you enjoyed this video and want to support my channel, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you again next week.